There is a particular moment that tends to arrive in a person's late 20s or early 30s, usually while scrolling through the profile of someone younger who appears to have achieved in a handful of years what feels like it should have taken decades. And in that moment, a quiet and corrosive thought tends to surface. The thought that talent has somehow outpaced effort, that some people are simply built for wealth while others are not, and that the gap between them is a matter of ability rather than arithmetic. But the mathematics of accumulation tell a different and far less dramatic story, because wealth built through consistent, modest, unglamorous compounding is not primarily a function of skill. It is a function of time. And the reason this feels counterintuitive is that human psychology is tuned to notice effort and talent because those are visible, while it is almost blind to exponential curves because those unfold silently in the background of ordinary years. Consider two individuals, one who begins investing a modest sum in their early 20s and stops after a decade, and another who begins in their early 30s and continues steadily for 25 years afterward, contributing far more in total dollars, and under most reasonable long-term growth assumptions, the first person, despite investing less money and for a shorter period, often ends up with more, not because they were smarter or more talented, but because their money had more years to experience the compounding curve, and compounding is famously front-loaded in its psychological reward and back-loaded in its actual mathematical payoff, meaning the first 15 years of any long compounding period tend to feel disappointing while the final 10 years tend to feel almost unreasonable. This is why so many financial systems, intentionally or not, are structured in ways that reward early participation over late brilliance, and why institutions with long-time horizons, pension funds, endowments, sovereign wealth funds, tend to outperform individuals chasing short-term outperformance, not because their strategies are more sophisticated, but because their patience is structurally enforced. Zooming out, this pattern echoes far beyond personal finance, appearing in the growth of technologies, institutions, and even reputations, where early, unremarkable years quietly set the foundation for outcomes that later appear sudden. And the identity shift this understanding invites is a subtle one, not a shift toward urgency or hustle, but a shift toward patience treated as a form of literacy, an ability to sit calmly inside a system whose real results are, by design, mostly invisible until they are not.